What's going on, man? Back with a new banger, new video. I really just want to talk about my recent trip to the Dominican Republic. So I went to the DR last week, and I stayed for like 5 days, like no, 4.5 days really, and I had a really interesting experience from a dating marketplace standpoint. It was very interesting to observe the Dominican Republic and the dating dynamic that exists over there compared to the United States. As a lot of you know, uh, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, those are the places where a lot of guys geomax from the United States because it's so much easier to meet women. You have a lot more options, to go on dates, to do whatever it is that you want to do to get laid, basically. It's a lot easier to do that in those places. And you guys already know why. It's because you are seen as higher value in those countries. Okay? As soon as you step down, as soon as you land, you are automatically higher value when they see you. Okay? You're coming from the US, they're assuming that you have money, and regardless of your status in the US, when you get to those places, you are higher value, and you can actually, you know, uh, have way better results with women. Okay, and so my time there was kind of fun. You know, it wasn't the best experience because it was my first time. So I made some rookie mistakes. You know, mainly from a logistical standpoint. The area where we stayed was a nice area, but there was a lot of traffic, and also we didn't have direct access to women there. Like we had to, kind of drive, like 20-30 minutes just to go to the places where we could actually meet women. Like the only place where we saw women outside was when we went to the store. When we went out, basically, we saw women. So I would say, from a logistical standpoint, we definitely made some mistakes. Uh, Next time when we go, we'll find a better location, somewhere closer where there's women pretty much everywhere working outside, and it will be a lot easier. Um, I would say that was the number one mistake. Second mistake was on Tinder. We were kind of slow when talking to the girls. Like when you go over there and you're using Tinder, you're using a dating app. First of all, you're gonna get a lot more matches. Like I got a lot more matches in the DR. I had like 30, 40 matches, something like that. It was crazy. And like 80% of them, at least 80%, replied when I messaged them. So it was complete abundance mindset. I would send them a message, they would respond right back within a few minutes, and I would get to know them, and they would ask me, what am I doing in the DR? Like, is it your first time? What are you doing? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm visiting for the first time, and I'm trying to have fun. What about you? What are you trying to do? And they would be very upfront. They would be very upfront with you, and they'd tell you straight up, like, we're trying to meet somebody, we're trying to have fun, we're trying to go out. And a lot of them would want to go out like to a restaurant. They'd be like upfront, you know, take me out to a restaurant, take me out to eat and things like that. And when they say that, if you really like the girl, if you're attracted to her, if you think she's like fine, you you may want to say yes. You say yes, you meet up with her. A lot of them are not gonna come back directly to your place. That's just not gonna happen, right? They don't know you, they just met you on Tinder, but they will meet with you in public. So you meet up with them, you take them out somewhere, you get to know them, you talk, you go to a restaurant, but obviously you gotta speak Spanish. So that's the other issue that I had. My Spanish is not that good, I'm still learning. It's a language that you can pick up relatively fast, but I'm still learning. But I had a friend there with me who spoke some Spanish, so he was the translator. He was translating everything. So if you're gonna be there with a friend who speaks Spanish, then you gotta keep in mind that you're gonna have to hook him up as well. So if you're gonna go out with a girl, you're gonna have to ask her to bring a friend so that your friend can have somebody, right? You always need to do that because you don't want your friend to be walking around by himself. You want him to also like be included and to be having fun as well. So yeah, but from a dating standpoint, you have a whole lot more abundance. Plenty of women, plenty of girls wanting to meet up with you right away. Wanting to get to know you, and it's really fun. Um, you know, it's a major difference when you compare a place like the DR to the United States. First of all, from an attractiveness aspect, there's a lot more attractive girls there, right? Like just their face, their body, they most of them are in shape. They keep in shape, and they're nice people. Most of them are nice people. You know what I mean? So if you actually approach, they'll be cool with you. They'll talk to you. I've done cold approach a few times, even though I didn't do a lot of cold approach because, like I said, my Spanish is not that good. I'm still learning, but I did a few cold approaches. They were nice. I got one phone number. The other one did not give me a number because I asked too quickly. So I started talking to her, and actually, yeah, I started talking to her. She was very nice, and I asked her, "Do you want to come back to my place?" That's the mistake I made. I said, "Do you want to come back to my place?" She said, "No." She said, "I have to go. I have to go home right now." What I should have done was I should have asked for the number instead of asking her to come back to my place. But it's whatever. Um, the point I'm trying to make is, with my limited Spanish, I was able to, cold approach, have successful interactions, get a phone number. Even though, like I said, I was already having a lot of success on Tinder, so it was a pretty dope experience. Cost me less than $2,000 from the hotel room, the plane ticket, the the rental car. It still cost me less than 2 grand, right? So it really wasn't an expensive vacation, man. It really wasn't that expensive. And so yeah, man, if you want to Geomax, that's something to think about. DR is a good spot. The next spot that I'm gonna be checking out might be Mexico or Colombia, or I may go back to the DR to a different location. Like I may go to Boca Chica because I actually stayed in Santo Domingo, which is only like 40 minutes away, about 30-40 minutes away from Boca Chica, but I didn't actually go to the beach. I may do that next time. So anyway, it was a fun experience, and my advice to you would be to consider geomaxing. It's fun. You learn a new language, you meet new people, and especially, most importantly, you meet a lot of women, and you have a lot more abundance. So let me know what you think in the comments.